Jimin shares behind-the-scenes story. V reveals the shocking story of how he once ran away from home and talks about his late grandmother. Jungkook ponders the afterlife during an interview, and more BTS news. Before Jin's military enlistment, the BTS community was buzzing with excitement following a recent event involving Jungkook, who made a special appearance to witness his fellow member Jin's head-shaving ceremony, a ritual before joining the military. Known for his deep respect and affection towards the elder members of the group, Jungkook's presence at this event underscored the strong bonds within the septet. In the recent episode of BTS Monuments Beyond the Star, a documentary showcasing the group's journey, the fans were treated to a heartwarming glimpse into the dynamics of the group, particularly between the oldest and youngest members, Jin and Jungkook. This duo, affectionately known as Jungkook, has always shared a special connection, much to the delight of their fans. The documentary captured a poignant moment where Jin was preparing to get his hair cut in anticipation of his enlistment. Unexpectedly, Jungkook arrived to witness the event, having set an alarm specifically to be there for Jin. This touching gesture moved many fans, with the scene of Jungkook playfully mimicking Jin's salute being particularly impactful. The episode, which aired on January 4th, revealed several behind-the-scenes moments of the band. One such moment was from a previous episode of Bangtan Bomb, released in June, where it was shown that both Suga and Jungkook attended Jin's head-shaving ceremony. Jin, while waiting for his fellow members, commented on their arrival, expressing surprise at seeing Jungkook. Their interactions during this moment were filled with camaraderie and lighthearted banter. Suga remarked on the importance of not missing such significant events, and Jungkook humorously mentioned that he had just woken up and set an alarm for this occasion. These scenes from the documentary resonated deeply with the fans as they witnessed the strong brotherly bond within the group. The viewers also got a glimpse of V, who joined the moment via a video call, showcasing his support and connection with Jin during this significant time. Harper's Bazaar Korea has recently announced that BTS's V, known for his multifaceted talents, will grace the cover of their eagerly awaited February issue. The magazine has been generating buzz and anticipation through a series of intriguing teasers on their social media channels. The wait has culminated in the reveal of 3 unique covers for the February edition, each offering fans a glimpse into the exciting content that lies within. The February issue of Harper's Bazaar Korea is set to be a spectacular showcase of visual artistry. It features 3 distinct cover designs, each reflecting a different style and mood, capturing the essence of V's diverse and dynamic character. This exclusive spread is expected to delve deep into V's artistic soul, traversing the realms of music and fashion and providing an intimate look at his distinctive world. As BTS continues to carve out a monumental legacy in the global music industry, V's individual charisma and accomplishments are increasingly in the spotlight. His selection as the face of Harper's Bazaar Korea's February issue underscores his significant influence and popularity in both music and fashion. With the magazine's release highly anticipated by fans, it's evident that V's prominence in the entertainment world is soaring, reaffirming his status as a prominent figure in the industry. Reflecting on his early days in Seoul, Jungkook opened up during his appearance on the chat show You Quiz on the Block. He shared his experiences of feeling intimidated and homesick, and the challenges he faced as a young artist, including the daunting task of living up to the standards set by vocalists in other groups. During the show, Jungkook reminisced about his initial days with BTS, describing the hardships he encountered as the youngest member. He had to wait for his turn to shower after the others had slept, and carefully navigated life in the top bunk of their shared sleeping quarters. He credited these early challenges and the guidance from his fellow members for shaping him into the person he is today, expressing gratitude for the lessons learned. He also recounted his feelings of fear and loneliness upon arriving in Seoul, missing his family deeply. After BTS made its debut, he became acutely aware of the comparisons with vocalists from other groups, which led him to question his role as the main vocalist. This introspection transformed his approach to vocal practice, making it a constant part of his life rather than a scheduled activity. BTS's journey began with their first single album, Too Cool for School, followed by their Korean and Japanese studio albums, Dark and Wild and Wake Up, released in 2014. Their second Korean studio album, Wings, came out in 2016. On the eve of his birthday, according to Korean Standard Time, Jungkook took to Weverse to share a heartfelt note. Jungkook expressed his thoughts, noting that while his birthday seemed less significant over time, he cherished the love and care from his fans. He reflected on his repetitive yet heartfelt expressions of gratitude and love for his fans, emphasizing how their support makes his days joyful and meaningful. He expressed confidence in his current path, acknowledging the critical role of his fans in his life. Jungkook's message concluded with a promise to continue walking alongside his fans, built on mutual trust and self-belief. He expressed his gratitude and wished for shared happiness, humorously noting that he was posting this just a minute before his birthday. Ahead of the unveiling of his album, Faces Behind the Scenes documentary, BTS Jimin engaged with fans in a keyboard interview on Weverse. This interview, which was broadcast on YouTube on October 12th, offered a glimpse into Jimin's past, particularly a cherished memory from his days before BTS' debut in 2013. Notably, Jimin was the final member to join the group that year. During the conversation, Jimin reflected on a birthday he celebrated before BTS was officially formed. He recounted how the other members, despite the uncertainty of their debut, came together to present him with a gift. Jimin cherished this gift for years, keeping it safe, but unfortunately lost it when he moved houses. He shared this story with a mix of embarrassment and laughter, even expressing regret for misplacing such a treasured item. The fans' response to this revelation was overwhelmingly positive, finding Jimin's recollection deeply touching and precious. HYBE, on October 10th, had announced the release of a solo documentary about Jimin titled Jimin's Production Diary. This film is said to explore the BTS members' personal experiences and reflections during the creation of his debut album, Face. It aims to provide an in-depth view of the album's production process and Jimin's mindset at the time, offering fans a rare insight into the singer's artistic journey. Unlike documentaries of other BTS members which were released on Disney+, Jimin's Production Diary is set to be exclusively available on Weverse. To promote the documentary, Weverse conducted a keyword interview with Jimin, where he discussed various topics, including his most memorable birthday. Jin has made remarkable strides in his musical career, transitioning from his early days before fame to becoming an international icon. While his music and accolades garner global attention, it's his sincere and down-to-earth personality that endears him to many. Jin, amidst his thriving career, has maintained close ties with key figures from his formative years, including his pre-debut vocal coach. In a conversation with Korea Now, Kim Sung-un, a well-respected vocal coach and the CEO of Whip Company, shared her experiences working with various Korean celebrities, including members of BTS. She recalled her time with BTS during their pre-debut phase, noting her brief work with Jungkook, who was more focused on dance, and occasional sessions with V. However, it was Jin whom she consistently coached over an extended period. Kim Sung-un's guidance for Jin extended up to his debut with BTS. She noted Jin's unwavering dedication to his craft, even after gaining fame. She reminisced about Jin's commitment during his training days, highlighting his tendency to reach out at odd hours, such as 3 a.m., to discuss his vocal progress and suggest meetings at dawn. She humorously recalled how Jin would tease her for her sleepy responses to his late-night messages. Post-debut, Kim Sung-un kept in touch with Jin, occasionally checking in on his vocal development. Jin would update her with voice recordings, playfully demonstrating his improved ability to sing challenging songs from his training days. His relentless pursuit of excellence and commitment to mastering these songs, despite his packed schedule, deeply impressed her. Kim Sung-un holds BTS in high regard, admiring their hardworking nature and genuine kindness. She has grown fond of the group, appreciating them as both artists and individuals. Reflecting on her interactions with Jin, she recalled praising his kind-hearted nature in a 2016 interview, where she mentioned Jin's thoughtful gestures of inviting her to his concerts, both in Seoul and overseas. Her experiences with Jin and BTS highlight the group's unique blend of talent, dedication, and humility, characteristics that resonate with fans and mentors alike. On January 8th, Compose Coffee featured an exclusive interview with BTS's V in their domestic outlets. In this interview, the singer engaged with several questions and revealed his preferred choice of beverage from the brand's offerings. The announcement of V as the new face for this prominent domestic beverage brand came on December 20th, coinciding with the brand's celebration of its 10th anniversary. This collaboration marks a significant achievement for the South Korean franchise, one of the country's largest. During this special interview, when asked about his favorite drink, V expressed his fondness for citron tea, linking it to a touching memory he once shared about his grandmother. Earlier, on September 8th, V participated in an interview with Spotify's K-pop On, promoting his debut album, Layover. In this interview, he was asked about a childhood incident related to his behavior at the age of 5. He recounted an episode from his childhood, where he had once run away from home when his grandmother suggested getting a different type of tea because their preferred citron tea was unavailable. This memory was tied to his cherished routine of walking with his grandmother and their shared love for citron tea. Additionally, V shared another special memory with his grandmother, involving their visits to the park to watch the sunrise while enjoying citron tea. During the Composed Coffee interview, when questioned about his go-to beverage from the brand, V specifically chose Yujasha, citron tea, citing his long-standing preference for the drink. Fans were quick to connect V's choice of citron tea to the nostalgic stories he shared about his grandmother. They humorously remarked that they would also consider running away from home if they couldn't get their favorite drink. Moreover, fans reflected on how mentions of citron tea by V often evoke a mix of emotions, stirring both happiness and nostalgia. They also observed that V's choice of composed coffee might be influenced by the availability of citron tea, given his stated preference for tea over coffee. BTS's V has become a trending topic on social media, following a blog post by a South Korean netizen that gained widespread attention. This blog post highlighted a significant increase in applications for the Special Duty Team, SDT, following the singer's enlistment in the military. On January 4th, the online community was abuzz with discussions about a post from a South Korean individual who shared his experience with applying for the SDT. The blog indicated that the applications had surged by 5 times after news broke of V joining the team. The netizen attributed this surge in interest to the influence BTS has on the Korean public. A user on the X shared a statement from the netizen expressing surprise at realizing the impact of BTS firsthand, a realization that came after failing to pass the special service selection process. V commenced his 5-week basic training at Nonsan Training Center, alongside fellow BTS member RM on December 11th. Reports have surfaced that he will be joining the special duty team upon completion of this training phase. A blog entry dated December 23rd on Naver described an individual's unsuccessful attempt to pass the SDT exams. The post revealed that over 444 candidates had applied for the special duty team, significantly increasing the competition for selection. Reportedly, only 91 individuals were chosen, making the selection rate approximately 4.9 applicants for every one position. This spike in applications has led fans to express pride in V, recognizing the influence he wields among his Korean fan base. On January 4th, new photos were released showing V and Kim Namjoon, also known as RM, in their military uniforms. In the latest shared images, V was pictured wearing a black mask, partially concealing his face, while RM was seen donning a blue badge. This revelation has stirred a sense of pride among fans, as both members of the Septiet are now recognized as leaders of their respective platoons. In the dynamic world of public figures, individuals often encounter diverse influences that challenge their ability to form personal worldviews. This is particularly true for those shaped from a young age to reach specific goals. BTS's Jungkook, however, exhibits a unique trait among his peers. His activities beyond BTS show that he has well-defined personal aspirations and the ability to shield himself from external influences. This independence and clarity of thought are aspects many fans admire in Jungkook. When questioned about how he has managed to develop and maintain his personal ideologies, Jungkook, who engages with attentive listening and direct eye contact, shares his perspective. He states, "I don't have clear answers like, this is how I'll live, but what's clear is that I want to decide for myself how to live my life." He further ponders the uncertainty of an afterlife, highlighting the uniqueness and brevity of his current life. He asserts his desire to live according to his own principles, especially in areas where multiple paths are acceptable. Jungkook arrived at this mindset relatively early in his career. In response to a question about life's transient nature, Jungkook reflects, Let's assume that what I do is art. Would this be the most important thing? Isn't life itself more important? The time I've lived is distilled in me. So, life is finite, but also eternal. Jungkook's interests span various art forms, not limited to music. Fans who know him as the golden maknae of BTS often express their desire to see him explore and showcase his talents in other fields such as painting, photography, and video editing. To this, Jungkook modestly responds, "These are just some of my other interests, and I don't feel the need to develop all of them." His approach to his multifaceted talents suggests a deep introspection and self-awareness, balancing his desires with the practicalities of life. Discussing his aspirations and self-expression, Jungkook reveals, "I have realistic as well as idealistic goals." He reflects on his earlier days, characterized by a more impulsive approach to pursuing his interests, and contrasts this with his current, more realistic mindset. He emphasizes the importance of prioritizing what needs to be done over what he wants to do. Jungkook also shares his process of creation, saying, "They'll never be perfect, but they at least have to be at a level I'm happy with." This statement underscores his commitment to quality and his patient approach to sharing his work with the world. In recent years, pursuing hobbies such as painting and photography has been difficult for Jungkook. He likens the need for change and creative expression to the necessity for variety in performance settings. The limitations imposed by the pandemic restricted his photographic ventures, leading him to find joy in books, which in turn supports his lyric writing. He says, "My lyrics reflect my speech and individuality," linking his writing to his broader artistic pursuits. Jungkook's experience at the UN General Assembly in September 2021, where he performed Permission to Dance, was a highlight for him. He shares, "Having fun dancing and singing together outdoors made me feel that better days were on the way." This sentiment reveals his optimism and hope for future personal freedom and closer interactions with fans. When asked about the feasibility of a superstar like him visiting a late-night restaurant alone, Jungkook responds with a smile, "There's always a way." Reflecting on BTS's journey, Jungkook recalls their humble beginnings, such as promoting their group on the streets of Los Angeles, and contrasts this with their current global fame. He expresses his bewilderment at their success, attributing it to talented team members, a CEO who loves music, and the synergy of BTS's creative output. He confesses, "I always wonder why people love and adore us," revealing his humble nature and his continuous quest to understand and appreciate the group's journey. Jungkook is acutely aware of the positive influence BTS wields. He admits feeling the pressure that comes with age and recognition. "I'm not particularly great, and I'm not that good and virtuous. I'm a very ordinary person," he says, reflecting a grounded and honest self-assessment. He acknowledges the need to align his actions with the positive impact BTS has on their fans and the world. ARMY, BTS's devoted fan base, has taken the group's positive messages to heart, engaging in various social and environmental initiatives. Jungkook is both amazed and inspired by their actions, stating, "I'm just someone who loves to sing and dance, but ARMY is achieving greater things for us." He recognizes the evolution of ARMY from mere supporters to a global force for good. In his quest to reciprocate their support, Jungkook realizes that excelling in his profession is the best way to honor their efforts. Jungkook approaches his career with enthusiasm and self-belief. He acknowledges that success and fan adoration are not devoid of anxiety, but finds joy in fulfilling his responsibilities. "Nobody can be perfect, but I've been able to enjoy it because I do everything that's required of me," he explains. This philosophy reflects his approach to life, where he understands the distinction between effort and outcomes and has learned to accept results while maintaining a drive for self-improvement. Over the past decade, Jungkook's growth is evident. He shares, "I was warm-hearted and trusting as a child, and I still am." He remains devoted to those he cares about, acknowledging the support and reassurance he receives from his group mates. Yet he also emphasizes the importance of self-reliance. Despite changes in his speech and thinking, his energy and enthusiasm remain constant, as seen during photo shoots where he energizes the set with his dynamism. Looking to the future, Jungkook is optimistic and ambitious. "I want to continue expanding as an artist and achieve even greater things," he asserts. He doesn't dwell on the eventual decline of his career, but instead focuses on the vast array of things he still wishes to accomplish. This forward-looking mindset, coupled with a deep appreciation for his journey so far, paints a picture of an artist committed to growth, creativity, and connection with his fans.